If you haven't gotten tired yet of CNN's Jim Acosta in White House news briefings, you clearly aren't watching them. Acosta, for those of you who are unfamiliar with him, is kind of the Washington Generals to Sarah Huckabee Sanders' Harlem Globetrotters. Every day he goes into the James S. Brady press briefing room ready to provide some resistance to the administration's narrative, and every time he gets dunked on by Sanders doing her best Meadowlark Lemon impression. While there are plenty of examples of this over the past few months, you may have missed one of our favorite exchanges of late, which occurred on January 11. Acosta was asking Sanders about President Trump's position on DACA, Dreamers and whether a deal could be reached in time, and, as usual, he showed up to a battle of wits unarmed. Acosta began by asking, if you're a dreamer out there, should you have confidence that this president is going to reach an agreement that will protect you from being deported? Trending, veterans furious as NFL censors patriotic ad requesting players stand for anthem, you should. I think you saw that, Sanders said. You guys got to come into the room in a pretty unprecedented way and sat in there for almost an hour, listening to the president talk about it, listening to the president commit to getting a solution on this. Right now, we're counting on Republicans and Democrats to come together, which we think they will, to make a deal on DACA and on border security, which is a vital part of that conversation and something that we insist be part of it. Acosta had a follow-up on FISA courts and Trump's tweeting, there seems to be a pattern, and correct me if I'm wrong, if there is no pattern, where the president watches something on Fox and Friends and then he tweets about it. Apparently, this morning, one of their personalities, Andrew Napolitano, said that, this is not a good deal, Mr. President. Don't do this. And then he went on Twitter and tweeted about the FISA program. Do you think Jim Acosta will need some ice for this burn? Yes, no. Completing this poll entitles you to Conservative Tribune news updates free of charge. You may opt out at any time. You also agree to our privacy policy in terms of use. There have been folks out there who have said, there's a cause and effect, he watches something on Fox and Friends, and then he tweets about it, Acosta continued. Is that what happened this morning? And does that go on? I'm sure you're disappointed that he's not watching CNN, Sanders quipped to some laughter. Acosta tried to one-up Sanders. I think he watches a lot of CNN, if you don't mind me saying, he said in rejoinder, with a bit more laughter. Sanders, however, had the last laugh. I don't think that's true, she said. Your numbers would be higher. Related, watch, MLK's nephew absolutely tears apart Trump-hating CNN anchor. Ooh, Acosta said, realizing he'd been burned, before claiming, they're actually better than they've been in a long time. Perhaps, because the rising tide of Trump lifts all boats. However, I'm still convinced that half of CNN's viewership comes from individuals who have just been told, I'm sorry, sir, but the 5 p.m. flight is booked full, too. If you want to take a seat in the departure lounge, we can see if we can get you on the red eye. And, as for Acosta, well, it's nothing new to see him get dunked on like this. That being said, watching the Generals get taken apart by the Globetrotters never gets old, either. At least we can safely say we have the Globetrotters on our side in this case, all in the unassuming personage of Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Please like and share on Facebook and Twitter if this gave you a chuckle. What are your thoughts on Sanders' comeback? Scroll down to comment below.